Oh, hey, it's Clint. Yeah, my hat is still missing, but I do have a beanie today. It was kind of fun to do a live stream the other day here on my own channel. And I want to do some more, but I really, really have to talk about this. Brandon Sanderson launched a Kickstarter campaign, and it is insane. I think there's a lot that we could learn from it. I'm thinking an awful lot about it because it's just amazing. Um, but we're gonna get into that. Before we do, Fatal is in progress. Charlie is drawing pages. I am working on it. And yeah, I'm really stoked to get this book out to you. I really appreciate those of you that have been so patient with us. Really do appreciate you and your support. Dracula is going to be finished before I launch this book. We're taking our time. There's no need to launch anytime soon. But we have significant progress on this book. And so sign up for the pre-launch page if you haven't yet. All right, Brandon Sanderson. I feel like this is a guy I should know personally. Why is that? Because he writes, he's an author. He also has written and more recently has written another graphic novel that he intends on crowdfunding. He's from Utah. I mean, I just feel like I should know the guy, but I don't. That is because he is, I don't know what status I'd put him in. From where I'm sitting though, it's like superstar status. It is insane. Maybe you recognize him because he has a YouTube channel with 332,000 subscribers and he'll do lectures. He just records himself giving lectures. I believe he's a writing professor at BYU and he'll record lectures and post them on YouTube and give you writing advice, things like that. I'm not sure how often he posts. I'm actually curious to check. Recently, he launched a campaign, and so there's been a lot more videos as of late. Let's see, AT goes 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So it looks like he's probably doing 2 to 3 videos a week normally, and he's getting about 27,000 to 30,000 on most videos. This more recent one, he has 80,000 views. So when you look at it that way, oh gosh, yeah, this Coming Clean one, he's got 1.1 million views, which is astounding. Anyway, so to be able to command that kind of attention, no, he's not like a regular YouTuber kind of guy, though he has been posting relatively regularly. He can definitely command the attention of 1.1 million people when he's got something going on. And beyond that, it's not about YouTube. This is genuinely about his books. So what was interesting about this is one, he's doing novels. So this is Brandon Sanderson. This is what he looks like. He writes novels. I came from the world of novels, and I can tell you it is hard. It is so difficult to get published, but it is still more difficult to get published in comics. Why is that? Because there's more demand for novels. There are a lot of people that read books, far more so than do comics. Comics are just awesome. They are. Novels are great too, and I've written a couple novels myself. But to be able to combine novels and crowdfunding, I haven't really seen it done effectively. Here he does it as effective as you possibly can. So I want to get into exactly how. But he launched this video March 1st. This was 2 days ago, I guess 3 days ago when you see this. And when he launched it, it's a little tongue in cheek. And he says that he has a secret. He's been lying to people. And his secret is that he's actually written 5 books on top of his regular writing schedule. Now, prolific is an understatement. To be able to write 5 books in a period of 2 years would be, amazing. It takes me, the fastest one I've done was 1 year, and that was intensive writing for a full year. I was super into writing for a full year to get one novel done. And he does these massive novels, and he wrote 5. Why is that? He said because he wasn't traveling. He does, beyond YouTube, he does a lot of conventions. He speaks at places. He meets fans. He is out and about because he's an author, and that's how he sells his books. And yes, also on YouTube. So he explains that he has more time because of the pandemic for the past 2 years. And so he spent all this time writing, and he wrote secret books. One of them being a graphic novel, which we are not seeing yet. I don't know what it is, but it hasn't been launched. Anyway, so 5 novels, And the point of it is, I want to pull up his campaign here. You can see the numbers climbing. We are now 2 days, almost 3 days into this campaign. And look, it'll probably hit 20 million with an M, million dollars before I'm even finished recording this video. Can you imagine? That is so much money. Now you might say, like, well, how much are people paying? Well, he has 80,000 backers. This dwarfs anything I have seen in comics, period, as far as crowdfunding goes. And again, this is primarily people that are into his writing, who have been, readers of his stuff. They like his stuff. And when he says he's launching 4 new books, people want in. Now, if you look at price points, I'm going to look at his campaign here. Here we go. So he's doing the ebook thing. How many has he sold of these? Oh, yeah, 18,000 ebooks. You get 4 novels with this for $40. So it's $10 per ebook. If I go down, let's see. The thing is, let's see. Year of Sanderson. That's what he calls it. So Year of Sanderson is essentially the next high up. It's the highest tier level. And what that is you actually are signing up for subscription. So you're going to get 4 hardcover novels that'll be delivered quarterly. And then beyond that, you're also going to get a box every month that just has swag stuff in it. So you're going to get 8 boxes of swag, 4 boxes that have a brand new hardcover premium edition novel in it, not graphic novel. And this is just for the ebook. It's $360. If you get up to the actual hardcover, here you go. Year of Sanderson premium hardcover, $480. That is so much money. Like I would, for 4 novels. And yes, you get this mystery box subscription that you're signed up to, but clearly he's onto something, because 4,500 people have backed just this tier alone. And keep in mind, it has only been a couple days since this campaign has launched. So those are high numbers, obviously, but it's also high backer numbers. So that is how a campaign is up to. I mean, seriously, it's getting so close to hitting 20K while I'm on it. So super interesting. What can you learn from this? Well, first off, I am shocked that novels can be crowdfunded, because I've considered this. I had a novel, All for Own, that I'd already written years ago as sort of an add-on that you could get on my last Downcast campaign. I was pleasantly surprised. I guess I didn't really know what to expect, but I did sell a number of them, a few hundred books, and that was pretty cool to be able to sell a few hundred novels that I didn't know I would sell otherwise. But in this case, these are brand new books, fully released. Really, when you think about it, it is essentially setting someone up for a year. So if you are a Brandon Sanderson fan and you want to back his campaigns, we've talked about before launching 4 different campaigns a year and how that would be ideal, at least for me. Like if I could launch 4 campaigns a year, I could probably make a full-time living off of comics, maybe. But is that such a big ask? In this case, it is essentially saying your full year is going to have fun stuff packages delivered. You're going to get 4 novels in this case. So that's basically the 4 campaigns, and you buy it once, back it once, and you're set for the entire year. So when you think about it that way, how much money am I spending per year on crowdfunding campaigns? It pretty much ends up being about $1,000 every year, and it seems crazy to say that. But when I look back, when I do taxes every year, that is what I end up spending on crowdfunding campaigns. And so rather than spreading it out, it's all at once, a subscription model. So what's different about this and what's cool is also that it's not just books. Breaking up a comic book series into single issues that you ship out once a month sounds like a good idea. And I know I have considered doing that or trying to figure out how to do that. But it does seem like a big ask when you're crowdfunding what would feel like constantly. So bumping that down to once a year, but delivering all year long, that would be fantastic. Now I want to back this campaign because I want to be able to see how the numbers factor out. You know, I want to be able to see, is he actually hitting it every single month? Are you getting the books when they're supposed to come? What does the packaging look like? All of that. But it's a big dollar amount to ask for. So it's definitely, I don't know, it's got me thinking. So another part of his launch, he did his initial movie, or his initial video rather, that was kind of silly. And I think it's so funny when he says, I'm a bit of a showman. And you can tell he's got things pretty well scripted out. Yeah, you know, and he follows a script. It's, you know, it's humor I'm familiar with, you know, being a fellow Utah guy. But there's definitely something charming about it, because you can tell he really is enjoying himself. You know, he's having a great time. So that makes it pretty fun. Also, again, his videos are just fantastic on writing. So it's cool to see him succeeding. Clearly, I figured he was succeeding, but to see it in the open in crowdfunding, you realize how successful of an author he really is. It's staggering. I have no other word for it. So what he did is, if you want to follow along with a book club, if you want to read his books and you don't want to know anything else, their secret projects 1 through 4, that's it. You can back the campaign and just ignore it, and those books will show up quarterly. Every few months, you'll be able to get a book, read it, and experience it without knowing anything else. For those people that need to be sold on the books, he was releasing these videos, which basically go over the book itself. So I think he did a little bit of a reading so that you can hear him read it. I always thought that was weird when authors do that. They do it though. I know J.K. Rowling has done it before. I've seen one recorded. Every, I think, majorly published author does it. But he went ahead and did that. He talks about the book itself, and he gives you some teasers and, you know, basically sells you on the story content. If you would like that, if that's going to help you back the book. And that's it. I mean, the thing that I'm amazed by is, imagine being able to make videos on your own books, writing, and you just talk about your own books, and you're commanding those kinds of audiences to come look at you. Clearly that's the promised land. Like that's a great place to be. And I think very few authors, writers, comic book creators will ever really be in that position. So I get it. Like it's really nice to be able to hit the comics news stuff and sort of talk about current events, and that gets people interested in you and your projects, and you know, have them give you a try. But surely this would be the ultimate goal. This is a really interesting way to use crowdfunding. I'm curious how it's going to work behind the scenes. Clearly he's not going to be fulfilling this. I'm sure he has a massive major publisher that's going to be behind this to make sure that all of this happens. I don't know. Either way, he's going to be making an awful lot of money, because it's not even that far into it. Anyway, so I would like to know what you think about this book launch. I don't know. Is this something you would back, or you'd like to see somehow replicated in comics? And if so, what would that look like? Obviously, it'd have to be a little bit different than this. I am seriously curious to know. I also have a different project, something that you don't even know of. I'll tell you this much. I'm contributing to a YouTube channel somewhere out there on the internet. It is not comic book related, but if you can discover where that channel is, we're just barely getting it off the ground. We're only like 3 videos in, but if you can discover it and post a comment that Sweetcast sent you, I don't know, I gotta send you a comic book or something. That would be pretty great. I don't know, but I will make an announcement next week, just so you know. Again, it's not comic book related, but it has been really cool, great opportunity to try and collaborate with some other people and try to get to just see if I can build another YouTube channel in a totally different niche. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Anyway, really appreciate you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video.